What's up, everyone, and welcome into episode number 564, where it is my honor and privilege to introduce two special guests joining this episode, and those are Oakland hockey players Tommy Davis and Jack Abbo. How are you guys doing today?
Not bad. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Really appreciate you guys joining. I know that your season just ended, I believe, probably like a week or two. At this point, obviously, kind of fell short a little bit of your guys' goals, but just kind of talk about how the season went and really kind of get an opportunity to play in the national championship.
Yeah, obviously, we fell short. It's sad, but it was overall like looking at the big picture. We had a good season. I guess not many people expected much from this team. But we built a good culture, and we found ways to win games. We found ways to get guys on board. And we had a good run. It's sad we didn't accomplish our goal, but yeah, we had a great group.
Kind of following what Jack said. I mean, nobody really expected us to go to the national championship, if you want me to be totally honest. Kellen had a bunch of guys come back. We lost a lot of older guys last year as well. I mean, we lost our top scorer, Brendan Dano. So, I mean, for me, Jack, and Shane Arbor to step up this year, it was really, really a big thing. And then we had a bunch of freshmen come in who were unreal this year. So that was a huge part of our success this season.
Do you think that's what makes it, even though falling a little short, a little bit more gratifying just because of like no one kind of expected you guys to be there and just kind of really seeing the process throughout the year just continuing to get better, especially for those guys that weren't on the roster and those new freshmen that probably didn't necessarily have a ton of expectations, but obviously grew throughout the season to help you guys get to a national championship?
Yeah, later down the stretch, I mean, our freshmen, like the second half, I think the first half they were kind of just getting their like feet wet, trying to understand like how the play works and everything. But in the second half they really picked it up and they kind of understood like, okay, we have a chance this year. And I think that really happened probably in February.
Was there like a specific game you can kind of look back on and you're like, there's like one moment where you're like, hey, like there's a real chance we could go on a run here?
I mean, like there are a few times in the season where we kind of felt that. I mean, early on, when it was early November, we had a big conference game. We were playing Lawrence Tech, and they're coming off being they had sort of off year this year, but they were a top team in the country for as long as Tommy and I had been there. And we hadn't beaten them before this year, and we look at that weekend and we swept them. That was a big hurdle early for us in the season that we overcame, and it's like, all right, like let's roll. We found a way to put together wins, and then all of a sudden we get to this semester break and we're 15-1, and we're sitting nice, and yeah, and from there on until playoffs, it was kind of cruise control. We had a little bit of a hiccup in the second semester, but I don't know, we found our way to win our conference, and yeah.
It had to be rewarding, or it had to be pretty fun to finally beat Lawrence Tech for the first time in your guys' career. Not only beat them, sweep them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, felt
it was
good.
great.
Was it even competitive or like really close games, or was that kind of like a moment where you're like you kind of dominate from the get go, and that's like when you're like, okay, like hey, like maybe this is something.
We dominated, but like on the scoreboard, it wouldn't show that. We
Okay.
dominated like the whole game. The first game was at home, and I mean, we played unreal, but we won by one, and then we go to their home ice arena, and the same thing. We won by one as a 1-1 game, and then there's a 2-1 game, and there's just 2-1 from the second period onward.
Those types of games have to be so fun though, like so fun, kind of nerve wracking though, like really kind of dominating, even though the score doesn't necessarily show that. But there's obviously probably a little bit of nerves, kind of having a 1 goal lead, especially against a team that you guys hadn't fared extremely well against prior to that point.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just how like we won a lot of games like that this year too, and um, it was kind of like, yeah, like we controlled a lot of games. Sometimes like we didn't like run away with games. Maybe that was one of our problems this year. Um, but it's hockey. You never know. You can get one wrong bounce, and next thing you know, you're tied, and all of a sudden you're on your heels, and the team's flying. But we did a good job playing with small leads this year.
Yeah.
We found ways to win close games, so I think that was one of our biggest strengths.
And in those close games for you guys, you guys were Jack was a captain, Tommy was an alternate. How important was leadership, was experience, especially early on in the season when there were really close competitive games almost every single night?
Yeah, I think I don't know exactly. I think we had like around 10 to 12 like first year's rookies. Um that it was more so like, hey, let's get these guys on board. As I mentioned earlier, I really think we had a great culture this year. The best culture that we've had in my 4 years. And it was more so like, hey, like let's do this thing. Like we always like one of our sayings was we would die for the badge. So we kind of rallied around that, and yeah, led us to well.
Give a little background of what it means, Jack.
Um, well, it's actually like a soccer term. One of my good friends, Michael Sana, actually started talking about it, and it's more so like everyone like this is your badge, like you die for it, you know. It's
Okay.
it's definitely not a hockey thing, but
Yeah.
the crest on your jersey, you know, like we have a bear on our jersey, like we die for that, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's just the background. Just anything that like, you know, like if anyone's leading a team, anyone asks for advice, like I would just say like find a way to rally your guys, like get on board everyone together, you know. And that was just one of the ways we did it this year.
Yeah, it's more of like representing the school instead of like the name on the back of the jersey, right? It's more of like a collection of people that have one specific goal that want to represent, make that one school proud, being able to play together instead of being able to play as separate individuals, which obviously individual play is important. But if you want to achieve a goal, if you want to have a great season, in hockey, it's not going to be one of those sports that one individual is going to take you all the way. You're going to need a ton of people to kind of go along with the journey,
Yeah, for sure.
which I loved. That was kind of the way that you guys obviously like banded together, especially early on, and especially in a group so young. It had to be really rewarding, kind of seeing that culture, kind of seeing that chemistry continue to grow, and just getting one step better every single year, especially get a step further than what you guys did your junior year, because I believe your junior year you guys fell in the semis, and then obviously this year unfortunately fell in the national championship.
Yeah, last year we had a great run too. I mean, we kind of pictured it like this year is the way we wanted it. We wanted to meet Air Force in the finals to get another shot at them. But I mean, we fell short.
Yeah. I mean, you look back at that game and obviously you can't go back. You know, a biased opinion. I do think we were the better team. They had some crazy bounces in that game. Two that I think of specifically, but that it's just I sometimes I just think maybe it wasn't meant for us to win.
Yeah.
But um yeah, maybe it was a good learning lesson. I hope the guys next year, moving forward, take that, use it as fuel. The school needs a national championship, so unfortunately, we couldn't do that. Hopefully, the next guys in line do.
And that's kind of the crazy thing about hockey is it just takes one of those unfortunate bounces to go the other team's way, and playing in a series where it's just one game in a national championship, that truly can be the end of it. Like I know some people are complaining a little bit about like the NCAA with like the Frozen Four, where there's specific teams that don't obviously make it because of just weird bounces. That's just kind of the unfortunate, but also really the thing that obviously makes hockey really, especially the tournament for you guys for D3, really. I don't want to say that much more rewarding, but at least really kind of ups the pressure every single day, because you know that if you don't perform that day, the chance you win a national championship is gone.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty in sports in general. You know, um, things happen. Doesn't always go your way. Sometimes it does go your way. You know, and It's just how it works. I don't know. Bad, but it's true.
I do want to put you guys on a hot seat real quick. If it was your choice, would you play a series of 3 games, or do you want to keep it with one where it's like it's winner take all, whoever wins that game advances?
I feel like for the national championship, I would like a 3-game series, but
Okay.
at the same time, like a 1 game, like it's ideal. It's more ideal than playing 3 games. But also between the semifinals and the finals, I think there should be like a gap, like a 1 day gap at least.
Okay.
You just got done playing 4 games in a row, so
Yeah, I feel like I agree with Tommy, but like our format, I mean, it's not like we're not in the Frozen Four where they get like like a week off and
Yeah.
they get to prepare. Like we're going 5 days in a row, so to think that it could be 7 days in a row is my. I mean, I'm a week later, I'm still sore.
Yeah.
It is like the way they have it set up. It's right that it's only 1 game, but I think to really find the best team, a best 2 out of 3 would be really good. And, it sells tickets. You want to get people in the door. You want to entertain people.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously you mentioned 5 games in a row, right? Like that obviously takes a toll. You mentioned that you're still sore to this day. How important is like recovery when it talks about like hockey, when it talks about going back to back to back? How important was recovery through those 5 days for you guys to make sure that you're feeling about as close to 100%, which was probably not really a thing at that point of the season?
No, no, it wasn't. I'll let Tommy elaborate more, but obviously sleep's the most important thing, and we were big on the ice baths this year. I mean that poor hotel we were staying at. I mean, we used all their ice. Like we were like there were times I think we had 20 bags of ice in our bathtub. And,
Love
and
it.
you have all these guys in your hotel room waiting in line, and just to get into the ice bath. But yeah, recovery is obviously the biggest thing. It's what gets you far. We could
Yeah.
argue that recovery made us to day 5. So I mean, I can let Tommy elaborate more, but
yeah. For the week of nationals, we literally woke up, had a team meeting, and then we'd all go outside and like play sewer. I don't know if it's soccer,
Yeah.
but kick the ball around, get loose for the day. Then we do a team walk in the afternoon. We go on a little walk, kind of get the legs going, so we're not all like stiffen up. Um, but yeah, the ice baths were crucial.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I felt different after taking them. Like my legs felt loose, like my body felt good. So we do an ice bath before the game, and we do an ice bath after the game.
Okay.
So it was like 2 days.
Love it. Who's the better sewer player between the two of you, if you had to be honest with each other?
I'll let Jack answer that one.
Like I don't know. I think this year the bounces went his way.
Hey, be honest. Be honest.
Bounces went his way. It's actually funny that a little pregame tradition that we have is us two and another one of our teammates, Reese Williams, is we do a mini game of Suey. It's just the 3 of us. We play. Everyone gets 3
Okay.
lives, and
We always put
like
something.
no one kept stats. So Tommy might have had more wins than me, but that's off the record.
Okay.
Um, that answers enough of the
I
question.
had more
I'd
wins
like to
than
move
him
on.
with the
I'd like to
whole
move on
team.
though.
I had more wins with him the whole team. When me, him, and Reese played,
Take it easy.
but when me, him, and Reese played, we always like put something like out there, like, all right, the winner gets this,
Yeah, like loser
Love
buys
it.
dinner or something.
and we just do something crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of get a little bit of the competitive juices going before you obviously get on the ice.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we take that game very seriously. So
Was that kind of a little bit of like a superstition? Like you guys had to do that, but before every single game, or do you guys have superstitions? Because I know obviously you guys aren't goalies. I know goalies are a little bit more superstitious or kind of out there a little bit more with kind of what their process. But is that like you guys had to play that before every single game, or was there something you guys had to do that you're like, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be ready?
I wouldn't call it a superstition. Like we do it before every game, but
Okay.
it was more so just like have fun. Like
Yeah.
it's us
Fun.
3 just having a good time, like before the game, like all smiling, laughing, still competitive, but I don't think I had anything very like superstitious. Coffee, but it's really it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would consider it more of a routine. We're not like goalies. Zach, you're not a goalie, are you? You're not a hockey goalie.
No, I'm not a hockey
Like
goalie. So if you want to talk bad about a hockey goalie, you absolutely
I'll
can.
say it out loud. They're different. The goal. If either
Yeah.
of my goalies, Pure C Lebs, you're listening to this, you guys are different, bro. Like, so they have. I don't personally. I don't. I try not to believe in superstitions because
Okay.
the second something like is weird about that day, it doesn't go right. Like, I'd rather not live in my head.
Yeah.
While I'm trying to win a puck battle. I think it's just more routine, having fun before the game. So,
Yeah.
I there might have been a game or two where we might have missed that. And we don't really think about it. So.
Like one of my actually, I did have like a little superstition. Like the one thing I didn't do was warm up. It's
Okay.
weird to say that, but I never warmed up.
Interesting.
I'd only play sewer, and then I'd stop, and then I'd go play with Jack and Reese, and that was it.
Hey, you know what? Whatever works for you. Obviously, it
Yeah,
worked out extremely well for your career, so it worked, right?
it works.
If either of you got an opportunity to play goalie for a practice, for a game, just for fun, would you suit up and play goalie, or would you never even try that remotely?
I mean, Zach, there's no chance. There's
No
zero.
chance.
I would, because you go by what we went with all year. We die for the badge.
Love
Yeah,
it.
like unless I need to, unless nobody else will. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Hey, maybe in the future for like a beer league or some sort like that, if you guys continue to play hockey. But obviously, like you guys have been at Oakland for quite a while. I kind of want to get into a little bit more of you guys' kind of story, really how you kind of started out in Oakland, kind of eventually getting back to a full circle moment, kind of like advice at the very end of things. But I know that you guys' connection didn't just start at Oakland. You guys have actually started playing against each other quite early on, but didn't really know about it. When did you guys figure out, like, hey, like, we're going to play against each other? And then, two, I also know there was a little bit of a recruitment that Jack did for Tommy's end of things.
Yeah. Oh, I'm never gonna forget. A 12-year-old little Tommy Davis standing across the ice from me. And I just wanted to punch his head in. I really wanted to. Yeah, we grew up playing against each other. Just competitive, like fun youth hockey. And we kind of got like as you get older, you start to like learn who other players are on different teams. So as we continue playing against each other as we got older, started to figure out, I think I wanted to punch his head in even more. Just kidding, but yeah, and then it got to a point where I got recruited to play for Oakland, and then Tommy kind of went through the same recruiting process with our coach Matt Sterling, and then so I played a season, and then we were trying to get Tommy on board, and he was hesitant. And I won't forget the day. Tommy can elaborate on this too. You can talk about it, but there was a day where Tommy was skating with some of his buddies at Buffalo Wild Wings Arena, and
Okay.
we had a summer skate as a team because like we're on the ice throughout the summer a bit. And I'm never forget, I ran into Tommy's locker room. I'm like, come on, bro. Like you got I was on my hands and knees begging for that guy. And he's like some girls are. They're hard to get. Yeah, that's kinda how it shaped out eventually. We did end up getting him. But yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, no, me and Jack go way back. We played against each other when we were 12, and then I didn't know who he was, and then 16's year or 15's year, one of the two, came around and we started playing against each other. And we were just talking about this last month because I kept on saying that we beat him like 10-1 or like 12. It was like something ridiculous. It
It
was
was not
not that.
true. It was
Yeah.
not true. They beat us by 1.
It was the other team. I beat him by 1. But we just got to be like, or reminiscing on like old times playing against each other back when we were playing 18s. He was on Honey Baked, I was on CompuWare. So we
Yeah.
played against him then. And then, yeah, he ran in my locker room, started trying to talk me into coming and playing. Kept on second guessing it.
Okay.
Because I was like checked out. Like I was already off for like a year and a half of playing like competitive hockey.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'll go skate with them. And the summer skate came around. We went on like a summer tournament, played in that. I was like, I don't know. Kept going back and forth. And then they already started their season. I was like, you know what? I'll join. So I joined like a week before the deadline.
Okay.
Since then, it's been great. Made a lot of friends through it. So
Love it. Jack, when you heard the news that he was committing when he was going to come play at Oakland, what was your honest thought, and what kind of player was Oakland going to get in Tommy at that point?
Well, first I thanked God that he ended up coming. But and I knew it was a huge piece. The year Tommy came in was actually an interesting year. We had made the national tournament the year before, and I'll say it, we were lucky to make it. It was kind of just the way the logistics worked out. Well, we didn't deserve to make it. And,
Okay.
and Tommy came in and we added a couple other pieces. And we're like, wow, like we have a powerhouse team. Um, and we had a legit roster that could have won.
Yeah.
But that team was long story short, that team was kind of now I don't want to say immature, but we couldn't gel together the right way, and we dropped some games we shouldn't have, and we actually missed the national tournament that year. But then it turned into like, wow, like we just learned a lot this year, and you get a guy like Tommy in your program now, and like
Yeah.
that's another big gun we have now. So yeah, like in the short term, it didn't work out, but in the long run, it was like having Tommy. Like I mean, he changed our team. He changed my years playing. Yeah, it was just a huge addition, and yeah, he's one of my best friends now. So
Isn't it crazy how sometimes the lowest point, like missing a national tournament, which I believe you guys went to 10 of the last 12 national tournaments. So it's really weird, obviously, without Oakland in the national tournament, like the one you missed. It's truly weird how like sometimes those moments, like really that disappointment, can truly light a fire under people, and it truly seemed like it lit a fire under not only you guys, but the team to really make sure that, hey, one, this never happens, and two, that we actually have a really good team. It's about fixing these specific parts so that when eventually, obviously, as seniors now, you guys not only miss the tournament ever again, but you can compete for a national championship, which is exactly what you guys have done.
yeah, it's sometimes I look back at it and I'm like, I think it's actually better we missed that tournament rather than going and getting knocked out in pool play. Like it was just a big lesson for us. Like and it shaped us to be better. And the last two seasons, Tommy, I don't think we can go back and fact check this. I don't think we ever fell out of the top five nationally. So yeah, that was it was just a lesson that I think we needed. So yeah,
our junior year, we didn't even drop below. I don't think below the top 4, maybe
Yeah, okay.
5. And then this year we went to 5 and that was it. So I mean, after the year of not making it, whatever, like logistics didn't work out and everything, but we were right on the cusp. I mean, the team that went over us went there and lost. I think they scored 2 goals and they had 35 against in 3 games. So I mean,
Okay.
realistically, we would have had a better chance than them, but
Yeah.
it's all good. It worked out the past 2 years. It's been great. I mean, Jack, the year I came, him and Brendan Dano for my sophomore year and junior year, I'm pretty sure that they combined for 130 points. So, I mean, they
Pretty
were
good.
great. Yeah.
So it's not like it's a surprise. It's almost kind of like an expectation for Oakland to be in that conversation, not only to be in it, but to make it for the most part, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, after this year, I mean, our name really got out there as well. Like, I mean, since 2016, when the last time they won, um, I mean, our name got really out there this year, making it to the
Yeah,
national championship. People know that. I mean, hey, like Oakland has a good hockey team. Last year, the semifinals. This year, the finals. I mean, it's bound to happen. Bound to happen that they win a national championship.
absolutely. And it's Oakland, Michigan. It's not Oakland, California, like some people thought in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago in March Madness, which I thought was really funny. Obviously, a great moment for them. But obviously, like when you guys really kind of joined the team, there had to be a little bit of like a known like expectation that like hopefully like we can get back to what it was in 2016.
Yeah, the goal is to always win. And yeah, we came close. This year we were 1 win off, last year 2 wins off, and it's a hefty goal. But reach for the stars. We're disappointed, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, gotta look at it.
Earlier earlier in the year, like when we lost to Grand Valley in December, like honestly, like you look back at it and you're like, hey, like we lost the game, but it was probably a good thing that we lost the game. I mean, closer to the end of the semester. That way, it's like, hey, you can lose a game. Like, not everything's just there. You're not gonna win everything.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, like Jack said, making it to the national championship, 1 game left and you lose. I mean, it stings, but
Yeah, but it's not only like a cool, kind of cool experience getting to go. Obviously, result wasn't exactly what you wanted to, but it also forms a great team, right? Like it forms like great memories, great like chemistry. Just talk a little bit about what makes Oakland men's hockey different, like about the chemistry, about the team in general, just kind of the bonds that you guys have, and just kind of talk a little bit about what makes the team that you guys have special, especially in the last couple of years at Oakland.
Um, this was especially this year. This year was the closest group we ever played with. And I think most of it is because I don't know, like we kind of do a lot of it ourselves, like whether it's like like funding like our own sticks, our own ice, like some of the schools get higher luxury than us, but
Yeah,
and this team really like we bonded together. We were spending like a lot of the guys like were spending their nights together. Whether it was like
yeah.
at some of the guys have apartments near campus. Sometimes like a lot of the guys had classes together this year, and like just even the small things like we we had Johnny cakes every Tuesday after practice. And I don't really know how to describe it, but it felt like a real brotherhood.
Yeah.
Something I'm gonna carry on forever. I'm really grateful for it. But
we did something like really cool, like before our playoffs. We all got together, when and got dinner. We all hung out, and then we set up this thing to go to this like kind of like game show. I
Okay.
mean, Jack set it up for everybody, so he was the one that put the thought into it. Got all the guys together. We all did it, team activity. Um, just one last push until playoffs. So that
Yeah.
was really good. Just a little team bonding activity.
so yeah, this team meshed really well together. Everyone understood their role. Sometimes you get in groups where someone might not understand why they're not getting as much ice time as somebody else. Or why somebody's not on the power play or playing killing penalties, playing special teams. But
Yeah.
this year, everyone really jumped on board and everyone had their role and we went with it. So yeah.
Yeah, like no egos. Like everyone understood their job and everyone worked on their job and executed their job as well as they can.
Yeah. So it was good. It was yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like that was a special group we had. So
Yeah, because you don't get that every year, right? Especially in a sport that is so physical, is very difficult to play. But you also mentioned obviously funding as well compared to like other schools. Like you truly have to love playing hockey. You truly have to put blood, sweat, and tears, your own kind of money into playing at Oakland. And like it's just really a group of people that truly seem to not only care about each other, but truly want to do what's best for everyone that want to and truly love hockey in general.
yeah, it was all for the badge, Zach. It was all for the badge.
For the
All for the
bet.
badge. It
So
goes back to full circle moment, right? Like talking about the badge, talking about playing for a team instead of individuals.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Do you think that specifically is what makes Oakland men's hockey such a successful program, is playing for more than just an individual, playing for not only the love of the sport, but just really being able to play for the school instead of feeling like, hey, I need to do so well. I need to have these specific stats.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when when you're winning games, like stats come. Like when you score goals, people get assists. I mean, it kind of all works itself out. I mean, I think when you start putting your stats in front of winning games, that's when things can start to get fishy. Um, like I really don't think we had any of that. So, um, but yeah, we have a great program. And yeah, I'll let Tommy talk a little bit more on that. But
I mean, hopefully people start coming to Oakland like for hockey. Like, I mean, I get that's D3 or whatever. Um, but I really think like not everybody's going D1. Not everybody's gonna
Yeah.
go play NCAA D3. So if I mean if people are local, they still want to play hockey and go to school. I feel like Oakland's a great spot for it. Um, it's local. It's in Troy. I mean, you skate out of Troy 3 days a week and then get to play games Friday and Saturday. I mean, Jack can back me up on this. I'm pretty sure when we played against Northwood this year that there had to have been at least 250 people there.
yeah, I think it was more than that too.
Yeah, I mean, it was winner. I mean, winner of that game. If
Yeah.
we won the conference. If they won, we'd have to go there, play on a Saturday at their rink, and that'd be for the conference. So, I
Okay.
mean, it does drag a lot of attention as well. Like when you're playing either Lawrence Tech,
Yeah.
Northwood, um, even Michigan. Like it drags a lot of attention.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun playing in front of people, and like I said, like people care about us a lot. We have fans that we don't like, not even like past family and friends.
Yeah.
We get true
all
traction.
of our all of our seniors from last year, they came out to the game. Thomas
I love
Monty,
that.
Ryan Kochi.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, there's people like there's alumni that still come out support, especially people you've played with like over the past 2 years.
yeah. We have a guy like Brendan Dano, literally like pretty much
Yeah,
on a whole national trip with us.
I
he
So
love
literally
that.
he literally stayed until the semifinals.
yeah,
So I mean, he traveled
unfortunately,
with us. He hung out with us. But like me, him, and Jack are literally best friends. So
yeah, he would have died for the badge too. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all let we have to give credit to our coach, Matt Sterling. He does a good job putting our program together. For our level, we're lucky to have a coach that cares as much as he does.
Yeah.
And he puts in a lot of time, and the dollar amount that he receives is nowhere near what he deserves. So he really
same
cares.
with
He's brought the program a long way the past, I think, 8 years. So yeah,
Yeah.
same with Tyler Lampman. I mean, he's like one of us. He'd always like
yeah,
you come out, you just have fun with us. And then but he'd get on you like at times as well. Like if you make a mistake, he'll let you know. He'll he'll let you know what you did wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the whole group, the coach from the coaches to everybody on the team is just overall like it's a brotherhood. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It has to be so cool seeing how much support you guys get from people that come to the games. Also, obviously, alumni that have played at Oakland before coming to the games as well. Like, it's truly kind of that brotherhood culture that you guys have talked about. It has to be cool, kind of being able to see that throughout the couple of years that you guys have played at Oakland. And I'm sure both of you, if you stick around, you'll probably be a part of that group as well at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those guys those guys have my support forever, so, um, I'll for sure be around, and, Tommy won't be a stranger either, so
we like in when we were on our road trips, we had like a bunch of guys reaching out, especially nationals. They're all reaching out. Hey, good luck. We're watching. So even everybody from like our hometown and everybody we played with, family, friends, everybody was sitting there watching our games, like reaching out, saying, "Hey, good luck." We had a
Love it.
big support group, big
yeah,
support.
it was cool. Yeah, honestly, like, I felt like I had the world behind my back, like, going into that last game, so it was fun. It was great. We have a great community.
Yeah, no, I love that seeing the support that you guys get. You mentioned obviously the coaches as well. They're obviously push you guys, they'll yell at you guys, but they truly want what's best for you guys. And it truly seems like two coaches that not only care about you guys, but two coaches that really seem to be very fun to play for and easy to play for as well.
Yeah, of course, and it's cool they care about us, like, even outside of hockey perspective. Like, they really care about, like, our schooling, like, our futures, like, it's more than hockey. So that's what a brotherhood is. It's more than just a sport you're playing. So yeah, it was Yeah, they care about us a lot.
Love it. Who was your guys' favorite team to play during your time at Oakland? Like it
Against
could be, yeah, against. It could be a rival, could be a random team, could be a team you always beat, could be a team you always are competitive with.
Tommy, who do you have in mind? I want to hear what you have to say first.
I don't know, man. We drew a big crowd when we played Hope.
Hope was on my mind
We
too.
like Hope when we played Hope. The whole stands were packed, wrapped around the boards. Like even at their rink, they drew a lot of fans as well.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, I like we never played Calvin like the 3 years I was there until this year, until
Okay.
the finals of our like our big conference at MCHC.
Yeah.
Um, they brought a lot of people, and I truly enjoyed that game just because. I mean, 3-2 game we lost, a great team, but like everybody is working. We drew a big crowd. I'm either gonna go with Hope or Kelvin.
Yeah, Calvo was different. We only played him once. That was a big game though. Like everyone showed out for that.
Yeah.
Hope was fun. We didn't get them this year because they moved up to D1, but they were fun to play against. Even just like I don't know, like I'm having a hard time picking up a second answer. You know, we always found a way to get up for the Hope game. Um, Grand Valley
Grand
was also a
yeah.
good matchup throughout the years because especially in years past, they had a lot of kids from our area. So those were other games that, like you're playing against people and like especially these games at Troy, like we need I think some days we needed a bigger rink. But those games are fun, like I like the tight rivalry games, my least favorite games. I get pissed going to have to play a team that you knew you were just gonna score 10 goals against, and
Yeah.
Tommy and I might not touch the ice for the third period. But yeah, those are some of the ones that I think about. Grand Valley and Hope for sure.
There was one game last year. I'm not kidding you. I think me, Jack, and like a couple other people, we sat from the 10-minute mark in the second period for the rest of the game just because we were winning. I think it was 12-0.
Brutal.
So we were
Brutal for you guys and brutal for the other team. And
yeah.
obviously, like, the other team's not great at that point, right? But, like, that has to be so boring just sitting on the bench, not going on the ice at all.
No, we were literally just looking at each other. It was like coffee hour, just hanging out. It was literally like we are all just hanging out.
Yeah, and there has to be something about those west side of the state teams, though. Like you mentioned GV, you mentioned Hope, you mentioned Kelvin. Like it always seems like those west side teams always are very good, always get a ton of support, and obviously it makes it more fun when they come out to your guys' side and it's a packed stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
fun.
great.
It's cool. And we have decent travelers too, especially for the playoff games. So yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely. So obviously, I know we've kind of talked a lot about like your guys' like journey. Kind of talked a little bit about the national tournament. Won't obviously get into much more of that, but obviously, you guys' season, you guys' time at Oakland have kind of wrapped up at this point. What advice would you give to current and future Oakland Grizzly hockey players on not only continuing the success that you guys have built as a team, but just kind of have the expectations to continue to go forward and hopefully go a step further than what you guys have done the last couple of years?
Well, most importantly, like they need to die for the badge. It's just a given. But truthfully, it's like I don't know, like you look at a game like our last game, and you remember a game like that. You remember the feeling. You remember how close you were. Um, and you take it as fuel, and don't get arrogant. Don't get cocky. That I was talking about our second year, we missed the tournament. Like that, you could argue that was an arrogant and cocky group a bit. And maybe we got ahead of ourselves. Just focus on the task in hand. Um, and do your job. Do your job. You win games. Um, our schedule's built where by the time you get to March, you're ready to go. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really you bear down, you do your job, you'll be just fine.
I'd tell somebody to just enjoy it, just have fun with it. these 7 a.m. practices. I mean, you hate them, but also like you love them at the same time. You're there at 7 a.m. with all your buddies. You go go grab breakfast after.
Love it.
Even bus rides. Bus rides are fun. Like I don't know, I hated getting home at midnight sometimes, but like I'm sure like later down the line I'll look back, I'm like, wow, like damn, I actually miss it.
Yeah. Would you guys have rather had early morning practices or late night practices?
Early morning, no doubt, early morning.
A
I
late
don't know about
morning
Larry over there, but I'm early morning for sure.
a late practice just does not sound fun just because of the fact like yeah, like your day like you get to practice at 7 a.m., you're done by 8:15, like
Yeah.
it's already done.
You get to do whatever you want for the rest of the day, and you also get to do what you enjoy early on, even though I'm sure it probably wasn't necessarily the most fun to wake up that early.
It makes it a little easier when you're waking up for hockey.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't know. It's not like you're waking up and going to school. You're dreading that. You're going to school after hockey, so yeah, it's kind of how it worked out.
Yeah, sometimes I'd have to have Jack give me like a wake up call or something, but
Yeah, Larry couldn't wake himself up some days.
there's one thing though, like our coach, like you couldn't be late to practice. But like later down the line, I realized our team needed a little bit of cardio. Like there was always a joke. Like I always said, like, hey, you guys need to go to the gym, you guys need to go work out, you guys need to go do cardio. There's always this thing. For a late,
Love it.
we do a 2-minute drill. So it's like a
Okay.
blue line, goal line, red line, goal line. We'd have to do 2 of those in 2 minutes. So one practice, I told Jack, I said, "Hey, we're all skating tomorrow." I said, "Be prepared. We're all skating tomorrow." So I showed up. I literally waited by the door until that clock hit because we'd have to be on the ice by 7:14. I
Okay.
waited by the door until that clock hit 7:15, just so we could all skate. I started that in January. I think we did it once a week at least. And then
Okay.
last like 3 weeks of practices, we did it like twice a week. I think our team got in shape though, just a little bit.
Was it always Tommy that was doing that, or did some other people mix in every once in a while?
I mean, really, it was just. I mean, you have your occasional somebody slept in, like maybe once a month, but besides that, it's not even Tommy like being late. It's just you see Tommy sitting there all puckered up by the door, waiting to get on the ice late on purpose. And yeah, I was kind of a fan of it. Not everyone was. Some people hated Tommy for it. It's kind of what we did.
Made you guys better. Probably
Yeah.
not fun during the time, but made you guys better.
Yeah, I guess.
Honestly, I think I could sit here and say that some of those probably helped us in nationals.
Yeah.
What was the worst practice you guys ever experienced at Oakland in your couple of years? Like it could be all conditioning. Like, is there one specific practice that stands out?
Oof, I don't know. Tommy, what's yours?
All right, so we get a practice before the national tournament starts. Last year's practice before the national tournament was our worst ever practice. Nobody could catch a pass, nobody could make a pass, nobody could shoot a puck. It was just like people falling over the blue line. It was just one thing after another that just it was the worst practice ever.
Yeah, it was a tough day. It was a tough
It
day to
was bad.
appreciate.
Was it almost like people forgot how to play hockey for a day?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
it was.
It was like a learn to skate.
We had game one of the national tournament the next day, and it was kind of funny. We were down in the first two periods of that game, and we were like, all right, like it's time to wake up. And when we did, we pulled through. But yeah, it was ugly.
Hey, sometimes you have those types of practices, but obviously those are memories that you guys have. Obviously, a couple memories, quite a few memories the last couple of years. But now that you guys have kind of wrapped up your quote unquote college hockey careers, I want to end on this. What's been the biggest lesson or biggest takeaway you've had throughout your college hockey or just hockey career in general?
Um, Something that I think about often is like all the relationships I built like from this sport. You know, um, I would say all like pretty much all my best friends, my close friends, like pretty much all my friends are from hockey. And the amount of people that I've met, relationships that I've built, like it's it's actually it's sad. It's really cool, but it's sad that it's ending. But um, I don't know. I've learned a lot, and it taught me. I was put in leadership roles throughout my career, and taught me how to be a teammate, how to be a leader. It's cool also like seeing support from others, like my family giving me the like most support in the world. Um, it's really cool to see that. You some of the stuff I take away is how many people are with you, and um, I try to give back. Whether it's I have done some coaching, but even just supporting others. You think about the support you get and how much it means to you. Um, that's that's a lesson that I'll take on for a long time. So, yeah,
Love it.
Yeah, I may kind of back off of Jack here. Like all the relationships I built. I mean, I made my closest friends. I'm honestly like happy Jack walked in that locker room, like convinced me to come and play. Him and Brendan Daniel, I was already sitting in a sandwich. Him on one side, Brendan on the other side. Like they were just tripping my ear. Like, "Hey, you got to come play. You got to come play." And I honestly, I appreciate it now that he went and played. My
Yeah.
best friends came from the team. I mean,
Yeah, and these are going to be friends that you have for the rest of your life, right? I'm sure, obviously, you guys have mentioned a couple of names. You probably still talk to them. You obviously come back to games as well. And just that's the unique thing about sports is not only those friendships that you have, but the stories that you get to continue. And also, one thing with hockey as well is if you want to continue playing hockey, there's other options out there as well.
there are.
So hopefully you guys continue to play hockey. If not, continue to stay involved in the sport. And I know that you guys have done great things at Oakland, and you should truly be proud of kind of where you guys came from and where you guys got to. So I know it wasn't necessarily the ending you wanted, but just the progress you guys made and getting to a national championship in any sport is impressive in itself.
yeah. Thank you. The good news is, hopefully one day for Tommy too. But there's the Chaldean Hockey League, so
Yeah. That's
we'll see.
that's my end goal right now is to go play in the CHL.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's a big deal. So, yeah.
Hey, hopefully both of you will continue to play hockey going forward. But truly, really appreciate both of you guys joining. Really hope this was worth your time. Hopefully, you had fun. Really do appreciate everything that you guys have done. Obviously, congrats on great careers at Oakland. One thing I always say to anyone that ever joins is if you ever want to come back on and talk more hockey, the invite is always open. We could talk more Oakland hockey. We could talk NHL. We can talk CHL. We can talk about anything hockey. But really appreciate you guys joining. Really hope this was worth your time.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you for having us on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And that is a wrap to episode number 564. Thank you again to Tommy and Jack for joining, and tune in to the next episode.